The title of my project is Understanding the Role of Oysters, Kelp and Seagrass in Dampening Wave Energy. So can we use those habitats to protect coastlines and reduce the impact of waves? To do that, rather than say going out and testing natural habitats or live ones, I'm building artificial habitats, so like fake kelp, like you can see here, and then testing these in wave tanks. So to do that, I needed to design the artificial mimic kelp. This is resin, which is like a rubber plastic, and it comes in liquid form, and then you mix it and pour it in. A 3D printed silicone mold I made. Then you allow that to harden, set, and then you can use it to make the artificial kelp. To make the blades, which are quite thin, I poured out the sheet of silicone, and then that sets. Then you pour the resin onto it, and then allow it to fall down so that it becomes quite thin, and then you can peel it off. I should be able to get 2 kelp blades in off that once I've trimmed it up and put it down to size. It's important these kelp replicate the natural properties you'd find in real kelp. Mimicking the natural habitat, you'd have the holdfast, and then the stipe, and then the blades. And all this has been designed so that it will replicate the hydrodynamic conditions you find out in an actual kelp forest. So there's about 300 artificial kelp here, and that should replicate an area of kelp forest of about 25 square meters. And one of the advantages of this is you're able to manipulate the environmental conditions a lot more in the wave tank as opposed to out in the field. We would measure the wave heights as they pass over the habitats and how they're affected by the habitats. And then what aspect of those habitats influence the wave reduction, the density, the size, but also say like the height, because you could have a situation where a young kelp forest that hasn't matured yet might have very little impact on waves, whereas a mature kelp forest could have a very large impact on waves. And that's important then for restoration, because we know we're going to have a mature habitat in order to have any effect. I think one of the things that I'm excited about is that while a lot of these habitats have been modelled before, some of the species we get here, that you can see just outside, they haven't really been modelled, or if they have, they've only been partially modelled. So that would be one of the first proper trials of that. So I'd be very excited to be a part of that.